But shall I do Galatians 6 and 7 first?
Yeah.
This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap."
Right. That shall he also reap. Whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And that's one of my favorite scriptures. Because I want to see Esau reap what he has sowed one day, man. All of us do. All of us want to see that.
That's right.
But there's no other way of breaking that down, you know. There's only one way to break that down.
There's only one way to break it down.
Yeah.
Brother. That's it. Go on, brother. Let's read Colossians now.
Okay.
3 and 25.
I've got a quick precept concerning what you're saying. Psalms 91 and 8. Only with thine eyes
I was thinking about that too.
shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
So just by seeing it, I mean, it's just gonna bring joy to me. Just seeing the destruction, seeing tears on the eyes, man. Seeing the panic and the running away from what surrounds them, which is about to surround them, and just seeing that whole environment, seeing basically this whole system crumble apart, man. Just seeing that alone is gonna bring joy to my heart, you know. Shit, go on, brother.
That's it on that.
Hey, go back to Psalms 25. Go on, brother. Read that. What you got?
This is Colossians chapter 3 verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which ye have done.
Right. He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which ye have done. Oh, forget about it. It's gonna be okay. As long as we can forget it, we can move forward and we can undo the wrongs that we did. No. The way wrongs will be undone, which was done, is by you having to pay for what your forefathers have done. You have to pay the tab. You've benefited of the enslavement of the Israelites. You've benefited of the the cruel life that we had to experience under you. And I'm talking about you regular Edomites out there. So therefore, you will suffer. Likewise, your powers will suffer, and they will all go into slavery, and including you will go into slavery. Because now the attitude is as well, the Jewish, the JEW-ish people did it, and we wasn't responsible for that. Well, who was responsible for lynching our forefathers? All right? Who took joy in seeing our people lynched and laughing and giggling about it? Eating popcorn or whatever they were eating, ice cream, and seeing two people lynch a Jake and then burn the Jake. It was regular Edomites.
And then they send postcards.
Right, and then they send postcards to remind their families that, look, this is what we did to the niggas. Right?
So like, I add something.
Go on, brother.
I was watching a documentary on the Vietnam War recently, and they were talking about prior to the American attack on Vietnam, the French were in there, and they were having a war with the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And what the French would do is, when they used to kill the Vietnamese, they would cut off their heads and take photographs, make postcards, and send it to their girlfriends back home.
Wow.
And that just shows Esau's nature is still that way, to be that kind of savage.
Yeah. Because they're animals at heart. They're animals. You know, that's why they're very adventurous, very outgoing, because they need drama in their life. Not the kind of drama that we like, but the drama like that involves wickedness. They need that in their life. You see? Go on, brother. And that's really why they're angry at the elite, because the elite, they can do all of the satanic stuff that they would wish to like to do, but they can't do it. Let's just keep it real, man. Go on, brother. They don't dislike their politicians or their other Masonic brotherhood that's telling them what to do. They just don't. It's because they're disloyal and they're corrupt. No, it goes more deeper, because they can't do the wickedness that they can do. Go on, brother, because they wicked, man.
This is Colossians 3:25 again. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
Yeah.
And there is no respect of persons.
And there's no respect of persons. As long as it doesn't matter how much Esau prays and begs for forgiveness and uses the Apocrypha now, all of a sudden they're using the Apocrypha. Where do they get the Apocrypha from? They've been watching our videos and praying in the name of the Lord. Well, as they believe the name of the Lord is Jesus Christ. Come on, man. The Lord ain't hearing that. The Lord is going to repay you for what you had done.
Precept.
Let's read this.
This is, did someone already read this? Galatians 6 and 7.
Yeah, you read that already.
Oh, Salakia.
Come.
I've got one to bring out.
I tell you what, I want him to go back to Psalms, which you had before.
Psalm 28.
Uh-huh.
Give them, this is Psalm 28 and 4, give them according to their deeds.
Right, give them according to their deeds. Go on.
And according to their wickedness of their end devours.
Right.
Give them after their work of their own hands.
Right, give them after the work of their own hands. So this is David speaking, right?
This is King David speaking, yes.
This is King David speaking. And you know, King David despised the Edomites. I believe he killed like 80,000+ of them bad boys. If I'm correct. He killed about tens of thousands of them. So I mean, if you could just be one guy killing thousands of Edomites with your soldiers with you, then that shows you that how much he hated that nation. So just imagine when that house is established in the kingdom. I wonder, I can only but wonder and imagine the kind of hell they're going to experience in our world, because they can't even experience a little bit of hell. They experience a little bit of hell, they quick to split their wig, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, you brothers in, you know, especially you brothers in New York, you brothers know what I'm talking about, right? And then you got these guys, they'll climb to the highest building and just drop.
Yeah.
Because they can't deal with a little bit of affliction.
Or or financial crisis happens.
Yeah.
They lose their money. They give it up. But we are strict. We're used to that. We're used to just living off tin food, and we can survive naturally.
Right. Yeah, they can't do it. And I mean, I don't blame them, because they've been living good for centuries, man. For centuries, you've seen your own people do well. You've seen your family members do well. You've seen yourself do well. So that's the only life you only know. You don't know what it means to live poor. You don't know what it means to live day to day. They have no clue what that is. So I mean, once they get there, I mean, it's gonna bug them out. It's gonna send a butterfly effect in their stomach, sense of feeling. Oh shit, my life is over. Go on, brother.
Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, they're liars, man. You can't trust these Edomites or what they telling you. They may shake your hand, they may pat you on the back, they may crack a smile at you. But that doesn't mean that they really like you, man. They may like you per se, but they may not like you as in general. But they just want you for some sort of reason to do some demonic acts, or to just get what they think that you got from you. To get something that they think you may have. So in a roundabout way, they're just using you. Like these Edomite women, they like Jake and all of that stuff, but they don't take Jake seriously. It's just a fetish. That's all it is. Ain't nothing to it. And that's okay, because when the kingdom of heaven is set up, they're gonna just be sex slaves. The same way they look at us is the same way we look at them. Alright? And we're gonna have a lot of them in the kingdom. Not a lot of them, but you're gonna have certain brothers that's gonna have a reasonable amount of Edomite women. And we will get it in. Okay, but we're not gonna take them seriously and wipe them up. We just gonna use them because of they look good. What else? Go on, brother. What else we would want to use them for?
It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth for air.
Yeah, they're very good liars. They're extremely good liars. Especially the Amalekites, and the people that are politicians today. Your prime ministers, your presidents, man, they lie, man. And these devils, only the devil can recognize the devil's lies, because they lie them damn selves. But see, you got Jake out there. Well, Jake is kind of waking up. I'm going to be honest with you. Jake little was waking up to what's going on. But you still got a good portion of Jakes that believe in the lies, that believe in what Esau is saying and taking it seriously. You gotta get your jobs, and you gotta wear the mask on the train. And you can see it. You can see what Esau's doing on a psychological level, trying to get you to wear your mask. You know, there's a picture of a mask on the train. And then you gotta look at these billboards. Act as though you got it.
and the Autobot voices as well. Would you please put on your mask every second? Yeah.
So all of that plays a part of the psyche, man. And then all it does is it allows you to believe that, oh man, there is an actual virus out there.
Don't forget the fine, £6,800.
And then you got to pay almost 7,000 quid on top of that. So they just force you to believe it. Yeah. But see, if your eyes ain't open, you can actually be taken by their psychology games. You can be taken by it.
Yeah,
Programming. There you go, brother. That's a better word. TV program. Yeah, which the word program means to write before. So they're already writing a narrative to say to you, look, there's a sweeping, deadly virus out there, and you must get vaccinated. You must wear the mask, and you must stay indoors to protect the NHS. And people believe it because of how it's being presented. Go on, brother.
It says, break their teeth, O Most High, in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yahawah.
Yeah, because that's the power of the lion. The power of the lion is the canines.
Yeah.
Or just the teeth in general. So you break the teeth, then the lion is no threat. Even if you take away the nails, there's no threat. So Esau's going to break what gave Esau the comfortability to use his power against his nations. In other words, he's going to take away the thing that he blessed them with, Yahawashi, because it's going to be Yahawashi that's coming back. So Isaac, as we believe through the Spirit that he's Yahawashi, he's going to come and take away his blessing. Okay? Well, he's going to destroy him with his same blessing. How about that? Go on, brother.
Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows,
Yeah.
let him be cut in pieces.
Right, when he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let him be cut into pieces, because you're going to have those other nations. They have the same nuclear capability. They have the same ability that the Germans once had. Well, they got it from the Germans anyway. So they're going to use the missiles, and this society is going up in smokes. All right? Don't let them get you to think, oh, everything's going to be fine and we'll all get vaccinated and we'll open up the shops again and you can go buy whatever you want to buy in the store, or you want to go to a restaurant. Nah, man, when that time comes, and that time is going to come where they're going to say, look, everything's normal again. That's when sudden destruction comes. Go on, brother. Finish with that.
Oh, just one more quickly. It says, as a snail which melteth away, let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun.
Exactly. That's it on that.
Isaiah 27 and 1 says, in that day, this is a quick one, yeah? In that day, the Lord with his sore and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
And he shall slay the dragon, the Leviathan, which is in the sea. And this Leviathan is talking about this system, which is known as the dragon, which his deadly wound was healed. Really referring to Esau, the great serpent, that also known as that old serpent, which beguiled Eve, and also Adam walked in the way of Eve as well. So here it is, that same serpent is back. The same nation is back to deceive the world again, just so that they can go into perdition shortly. And that's Esau. So Esau is going to do everything in his power to get as much people as he can to accept their agendas, but not knowing that the Most High is actually going to, allow his son to make a grander return on this earth and do away with his power. Okay? That's just how it is. And no matter how much more they look into the skies, no matter how much more they have their space warriors on standby, those space warriors are going to be dissolved into powder. And the Lord is going to set up his kingdom with the house of David, which will be saved from the four winds of the earth. Go on, brother.
This is Psalms 58 verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Yeah, because we're going to be slaying them with the sword, and yeah, as it reads, as it says, as it reads. We got to be PC nowadays, man. We can't go into all of that like how we used to. But we just going to be basically dancing in the, we're going to be getting down. We're going to be doing unto them what they've done unto us, and dancing and doing so, man. So we're going to get down. We're going to show them what hate. I tell you what, I'm going to say it this way. We're going to show them what hatred, how you really hate somebody. We're going to show them what hatred really is. Okay? That's not how I put it that way. Go on, brother.
It says, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous.
Yeah.
Verily, there is a Most High that judgeth in the earth.
Right. And that's what it's going to be well known as. It's going to be well known as simply what the brother just read, that justice has actually came. Justice has actually came unto those that were righteous. that were afflicted by the wicked. All right? And this is why the Edomite women, they want to cleave unto Jake, because they may not know it physically, but subconsciously, they know shit is about to go down, and I need to cleave onto a Jake. You know? But as the scripture says, though, join hand in hand shall not go unpunished. So regardless of what Esau is trying to do and trying to make peace with Jacob, it's not going to work. Oh, they shall seek to please the poor. It's not going to work. You're going into slavery, man. And the Edomite woman too. She's going right into slavery.
That's right.
And the ugly ones, they're going to be doing the hard work like the men are going to be doing the hard work. The pretty ones, we're going to yank them and take them and put them in our harams. Okay?
Oh, it goes up a bit. Oh man, this is good. Alright, this is Job 20:4. Knowest not this of old, since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Exactly, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. Because when you really think about it, Esau only ruled during the Greeks, during the Romans, and now that they're ruling right now. And I mean, it's been a short time. When you look at the time of the Lord versus the time that it's not right now, it's been a short time. That's all right, man. Come on. It's a cute dog too. Yeah. You know, so I mean, Esau's been going for a good while. But when you really think about it, it's a short time.
Exploring.
It's been a very short time, especially in this civilization. This civilization has been going for approximately about under 250 years. So knowing this, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. Who is the wicked? Let's get the book of Malachi 1 verse 4. And it's the so-called white man. They've shown themselves. They've shown it time in and time out what they have done on the earth. The records show that what the Bible explains them to be. So we're not fooled.
No, I ain't got that.
Alright, I'll get it.
We're not fooled with the games Esau's playing, the techniques he's using to deceive the people. We're not fooled by that, because the Lord has blessed us and anointed us and given us an unction that we know of all things. So we know of all things. We know how this devil is. We know what he's coming with. We know his plans and his agenda. And by the way, his plan and his agenda and the way that he's going to do it is written in the scriptures. So we cannot be fooled. Go on, brother. Read that.
This is Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished,
Right.
but we shall return and build the desolate places.
Right.
Thus saith Yahawah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
They shall call them the border of wickedness. So now we know who the wicked is. Well, especially for those that are new in the truth. You know, that just came in just like yesterday. You know who the wicked is now. You know?
Job 20.
All right, go on, brother.
It says, knowest not this of old, that since man was placed upon the earth,
Yeah.
that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of a hypocrite but for a moment.
And it's only but for a moment. This is only but for a moment. Everything that you see is only but for a moment. Like the Apostle Paul said, the thing that you do see is temporal, but the things that you don't see is eternal. So the kingdom of heaven is going to be eternal. And that's in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, on how the saints will possess the kingdom forever and ever, the everlasting kingdom. So Esau's doing well. Esau's, living pretty good, and have been living pretty good for a couple of centuries now. And now we're starting to see their downfall. Gradually, we're seeing that they're experiencing the curses that we've experienced. And when them curses come upon you, you're on your way down. Like the sun come up, the sun reaches its apex and then it goes down. You don't see the sun no more. Go on, brother.
Job 20:6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet shall he perish forever like his own dung.
Yeah, even the dog knows, man.
The beast at peace with thee.
Yeah, that's it right there. I had a dog like that years ago.
It's okay.
All the dogs come round here.
It happens all the time. We get it all the time. Yeah, go on.
Job 20:7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and he shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
And that goes into the prophecy of Obadiah 1:18. Let's get Obadiah 1:18. And that's what's playing out on this earth, man. The word of the Lord is playing out. There's no other agenda that's going forth, but the Lord's agenda. So this is why, man, we must just simply fear the Lord and come out and do this work, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else out here, man, that's going out but the will of the Lord. The reason why we're in these COVID conditions, because maybe, just maybe, through this COVID condition, may bring forth the mark of the beast. Okay, go on, brother. Let's read this.
Obadiah 1:14. Neither shouldest thou have stood in a crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither.
No, Obadiah 1:18.
And the house of Jacob shall be
There you go.
Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
That's a chariot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Barakah for Yahawah.
Yeah,
Hashem
barakah for
Yahawashi.
Yahawah.
Praises to the Most High
Barakah
Yahawah.
Hashem
Yahawashi. Go on, brother. It is right in the middle.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness. The house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Right, meaning we're going to possess their land. That's in the book of Amos 9. It says that they shall possess the remnant of Edom. Now when you look up that word remnant of Edom, it's referring to lands. So we're going to possess the lands of Edom, especially they of the south, which happen to be the tribe of Judah. Go on, brother.
Shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
And the house of Joseph a flame, meaning in the northern kingdom, they're going to get involved in this as well.
Oh, it was a plane.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
go on, brother.
And the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
And the house of Esau for stubble. Go on.
And they shall kindle in them,
And they shall kindle in them. Go on.
and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
And there shall not be no remaining of the house of Esau. Go on.
For the Lord Yahawashi have spoken it.
For the Lord have spoken. So it's going to be done. So what does it mean? The whole house of Edom, meaning the whole family of Edom. The whole nation, excuse me, what am I talking about? The whole nation of Edom is going to be devoured. So this is why, as we're going to go back and read this, and this is why we're going to have to tell the ones of our people in the kingdom that, look, these kind of people actually existed. These were the same people that were raising hell on the earth. These were the same people that had our forefathers in slavery. During the ancient Roman Empire, during this empire, and in the Greek Empire. Go on.
Job 18:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the King of terrors. It shall dwell in
Who's the King of terrors? The King of terrors is Yahawashi. That's in the book of Isaiah 60, I believe it's 63, man. Isaiah 63, go on.
It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation.
That's the missiles, go on.
His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off.
Right.
His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street.
Right, he shall have no name in the street. So he's going to be unrecognized. You see how we were unrecognized in this world? They're going to be unrecognized in our kingdom. As whatever they used to call themselves, the Romans, the Greeks, what they call themselves now, all of that is going to be none remembered. What they did, what their accomplishments were, it's not going to be remembered. But what's going to be remembered are the works of the men of the Lord, and what the children of Israel did. That's it. So just based on that right there, who's the most important people on the face of the earth? The Israelites are. Because whatever they did is going to be well spoken about, rather than what they did. Go on, brother.
He shall be driven out from light into darkness, and chased out of the world.
Yeah.
He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings.
Right.
They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they went before were affrighted.
Right.
Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked,
Okay.
and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High.
Okay. So that's it on that. There you go. So they're basically going to be going through a whole lot of hell when we get hands on them. That's in the book of what is it? I believe it's in the book of John 16, where it talks about Lazarus and the rich man, the poor man and the rich man. which the poor man represented us today, and the rich man represented them in the future, what they're going to face. This is why he said, dip the tip and place it upon my tongue, meaning allow me to escape this ultimate hell that I'm going through. Even nature itself is going to rise up against them. All of the creatures that you see, from great to small, are going to rise up against them. That's in the book of Ezekiel 35, I believe. You know?
Alright, I've got the Lazarus one if you want. Right, this is right, so this is Luke 16:19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fed sumptuously every day.
Come on.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
And the sores represent the curses.
That one on the right. That one on the right. Not that one in the middle. The one on the right. You see it?
I see.
That's a chariot.
Yeah.
See the difference? That one on the left is a plane. The one on the right's a chariot. Look how it's moving.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you say it's more.
Yeah, that's the chariot. Yeah, right there.
Oh, you see.
I'll continue. It says, Luke 16:20, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores.
Oh yeah, the one underneath it, right?
Yeah, just underneath it.
And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Right, and the dogs came over and licked his sores, meaning the other nations did pretty well even while we were struggling. They would set up these different stores and everything like that, like the Elamites. Certain brothers call them Arabs. They're really Elamites that have set up these stores. And where we live at, and even the Koreans, the Moabites, and all of these kind of nations, and if they're especially the Israelite women, because the Israelite women hardly got no hair on their head, so they've set up these stores to sell her the hair that she needs, and all of the above. So that's how they've licked the stores of the poor men.
They even sell us our own food as well.
Yeah.
Like if you want things from the West Indies, you have to go to their shop.
Yeah, you gotta, exactly, yeah. Even when it comes to food, yeah. Come on, you're going, brother.
It says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried up by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried.
Yep.
And in hell he lift up his eyes.
Right, and in hell, because the hell represents us, giving them hell. Basically the hell represents the kingdom. Right now we're in hell. Like the saying goes, the black man, the white man's heaven is the black man's hell. But it's going to be contrary. Because we're not going to be calling ourselves black. We're going to be calling ourselves Israelites, as we're calling ourselves right now. So the Israelite heaven is going to be Esau's hell. So now we're dealing with his hell now.
And being in hell, he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and see if Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
Yeah.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger.
Yeah, meaning lighten his hell. Please just, calm it down a little bit. Don't be too hard on me. Go on.
Dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame.
Go on.
But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Yeah.
And likewise Lazarus evil things.
Right.
But now he is comforted, and now thou art tormented.
Now he is comforted, and now thou art tormented. Like right now, we've been tormented ever since Esau came into the power. When he grabbed us up and put us as slaves, and we're still his slaves right now. And we have been tormented. I mean, there's so many Jakes that I can remember that have been gunned down and shot. There's so many Jakes that have been wrongfully incarcerated in jail. And you got older Jakes that have been in jail, probably did a 50-year bid, didn't finish his he only got 10 years to go. And they pretty much freed him because they found that he wasn't the guy that committed the crime. But he just finished 50 years already. So you got a lot of old Jakes that have been in jail and did 10 or more years, and they've just found out, he didn't commit the crime 50 years fucking later. Now he's 70 years old now. So we've been tormented in this society in so many different ways, and I can talk about so many different things. So when our kingdom is set up, they're going to be tormented severely.
Continuing It says, and beside all this, between us and you there is a great gulf fixed.
Yeah, meaning there's going to be a great separation. We're not going to be living next to them. I mean, we'll live close to them because we need them to build our kingdom up. But they're going to be in a totally different world. Because you see how it is down here in the UK, where, especially down here in London, you got rich areas next to poorer areas, so to speak. But in our kingdom, they're going to have their own area, and it's going to be way out there. And we're going to have our area that's going to be way from where they live at. Because we don't really want to look at their impoverished neighborhoods anyway. We want to live in joy. Is that a chariot?
No, that's a plane. It's got a red light on it.
Come.
I think that yellow one station is the chariot.
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
Yeah. And there's no other stars, and that's bright as hell.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Is that?
That hasn't moved at all.
That one there is, I think that's a chariot.
Right there, right?
Yeah, the big bright one.
That's definitely a chariot.
Come. All praise to the Most High.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
Look how bright that is.